Hey family, I want to say to everyone, Happy Life Day. Happy L-I-F-E Day. Happy Life Day. Every day that we are living is a day to be happy. So happy Life Day. I am Almedia Lee Exum, and welcome to my podcast. I want to thank you for tuning in and thank you for supporting me. The motivational message of the day is get rooted. Again, the motivational message of the day is get rooted. Have you all ever seen a balloon flying in the sky? Just freely flying like a bird. I have. It looks nice when it's floating away in the sky. But the reality is that's not when we enjoy balloons the most. We don't enjoy them when they're just all the way in the sky somewhere. We enjoy them the most when we hold them. A balloon needs a string to stay grounded. In the same sense, we need roots to stay grounded. Without roots, we are susceptible to the wills of others. If we are not rooted, then we can easily lose our identity. I heard about this little boy. He used to love drawing. He had a box of crayons and he would just love drawing. It was just his thing to do. He would lose himself drawing and drawing. One day, he met these older kids that moved in the neighborhood. And like kids do, he started to hang around them. Why not, And he was hanging around the kids, and the kids weren't interested in drawing. They were interested in being the cool kids in the neighborhood, kind of like dominating the other kids in the neighborhood. They were interested in cars and, just older kid stuff. I'm not going to say it's older kid stuff. They were just interested in different things. But he was hanging around them, so he became like them. He decided like, hey, I want to be like them. They're older. They're acting like they're all cool. Like when they're around the other kids on the block, kind of listen to them. And so being around them, he became a part of their group. And before you know it, this little boy who just loved to draw was no longer drawing. He was trying to be like the older kids and he lost himself. Well, to make a long story short, a few years later, the older kids moved out of the neighborhood. And that really just flipped this boy's world upside down. He didn't know what to do. He was a part of their group, a part of their posse, the ones that everyone else on the block listened to. He tried to keep up that persona of just like being this cool kid and, kid that everyone wanted to listen to because he was hanging around other kids. But the older kids weren't there anymore. And it was hard to kind of keep that up without them backing him up. It just wasn't working. And so he lost himself. It took years later for him to realize like, hey, that was really never me. And eventually he found his passion again for drawing. But it took him a while because he had lost himself trying to fit in with these other kids. You guys, get rooted in what you're passionate about. Don't let other people uproot you and turn you into what they want you to be. I have my own experience. I remember when I was in high school. I had a friend in high school, and she was a really nice girl, really popular. The thing is that she was really into breaking the rules, and she always wanted to hang around a lot of boys. To be frank, she was what we used to call a little fast. She was fast for our age. I liked being her friend, but I didn't like how she carried herself around our peers. I didn't like that image. Even as a kid, even as a teenager, I was just like, God, I don't like this, She didn't listen to her mom. She always broke her curfew. She liked spending a lot of time at boys' houses after school. She made it a habit of lying to her mother about where she was spending her time. And sometimes we had obligated events to attend, and she would last minute ditch them just to go to a boy's place. She started to encourage me to participate in these behaviors, in her behaviors, and I would refuse. I wasn't interested in being reckless. I wasn't interested in any type of reckless behavior at that age. She started to make fun of me and eventually began pressuring me to participate. I realized that she wanted me to be like her, that me just being me wasn't really good enough. As much as I liked being her friend, I decided that she was not a good role model. I knew that I wasn't interested in breaking the rules and engaging with boys at that age. I cared more about community service and helping people. That doesn't make me a bad person, and that doesn't make her a bad person. We just had different priorities as teenagers. I had to make the decision to stop hanging around her, and it hurt at first. Y'all, she thought I was mad at her, and I wasn't. I loved her like a sister. I just had to get rooted in what mattered to me at that time. And I did. I heard someone say that in the vessel of your body, you yourself are the world tree. Deep roots in the earth and a crown of stars. Your essence bridges dimensions. I like that. I like that a lot. When we are truly being ourselves, we're like a tree rooted deeply in the earth. And we can bridge dimensions. We can bridge connections to other people when we're truly being ourselves. Trees have deep roots. Sometimes roots of a tree can stretch miles. And we don't see the roots of trees. We see the trees, often standing so tall and strong. You know, trees are known to live hundreds of years, maybe even thousands of years. Do you know why they can live that long? Because they are rooted in the ground. They have tons of roots underneath the soil, keeping them alive. A whole ecosystem is existing beneath the ground. To move freely, one must be deeply rooted. Get yourself grounded, and you can navigate even the stormiest roads in peace. I want to encourage you to get rooted. Dig deep into your passion, your purpose, and allow yourself to flourish. Roots carry memories. Just like our DNA, they carry lineage and history. Know who you are and where you come from, and allow the positive to help you stay motivated as you take on the challenges of life. I'm not saying to get rooted in pain and disappointment. We all have a lot of that. And we all have a lot of things we could feel bad about. I'm encouraging you to get rooted in hope. Get rooted in that thinking of more than enough, because you are more than enough. Get rooted in the hopes and dreams of your ancestors. You are their wildest dream. Maybe they were not able to accomplish their dreams, yet you, a seed from them, you are here, and you can do the best you can to make them proud of the life you have. Get rooted. Know who you are. Decide to focus on what matters. Decide to lead by example. Decide that you are going to make your family proud. And more importantly, decide that you are going to make yourself proud. I encourage you to get rooted. That is the motivational message of the day. I hope it inspired you and I hope it motivated you. I want to plant seeds of hope and inspiration within you. I'm a big plant and tree lover, so think of this motivation as fruit. Fruit from the tree of life. Thank you for all of your support. Remember to click that subscribe button on YouTube. And if you want, you can become a Patreon on patreon.com. You can also follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and SoundCloud at Almedia Lee Exum. And if no one has told you today, know that you are loved and you are valuable. And remember to have a happy life day.